Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Wild and Wingless. Tonight I got with myself Tyson Williams, the driver of the NX48. Tyson, how are you tonight?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, thanks, mate. A lot of people asked me to speak to you. I guess it's taken a while for us to sort of catch up in us being busy and all in two different places of the world. But for a lot of people out there who don't know you, mate, give us a quick rundown on your driving history or how you become a wingless driver.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know where you'd really want to call a start. I do remember coming to good old Card Attack a lot in my younger years. I'm pretty sure most parents would be upset with how late I got home some nights after school. Um, but I started racing, I guess, in 2009, go karting on bitumen. Um, Ran cadets up until 2012. Well, 2011, I finished racing cadets, and then I jumped into junior max, junior performance. That was pretty good. Big change for me. And then we I think from a lack of competition in junior max, just not as much numbers. We jumped into junior national, and after that, jumped into a legend car, 2016. Did 2 seasons of that, I think. We won the South Australian title in that, and then off to the wingless.
Yeah, right. So
In
roughly when did you start in wingless?
I think it's what 2017 or 2018.
Yep.
That's that season, 2017, 2018 season.
Right, so you would have jumped in just when Parramatta or Valvoline Raceway was had great guns there, just every week racing. That would have been good for you.
Yeah. Well, I think the first logbook only had one race on it, but
Yeah, nice way to spend money. All right, so last year, you'd almost say was your breakout year for wingless. Tell us about that over compared to other years.
I think we just sort of really got our shit together. Really, I don't know if I can swear, but I think we just sort of got our shit together. We didn't have any issues. That was sort of the main thing. I think up until that point, it's just catching up on things you think you fixed, and then another thing happens, and then I guess last season that we didn't really have that. We sort of got on top of everything. All our maintenance was pretty good. I think we learned a few things we set up the season before. I mean, even at the nights at Parramatta, we were on the last podium at Parramatta. We were quick. We just didn't have, for whatever reason, we couldn't string 2 races together back to back. We'd have a problem or something would go wrong, or just have a bad night. But last season, I think we had a good run of 4 or 5 nights where we were pretty much untouchable. So
Yeah, right. Okay, so you did manage podiums up until, but tell us about your first win last season.
first win would have been Canberra. I don't really remember much of it. I think we won both heat races, which was good. I think we had a pretty big gap in. I think the second one. I think we won that by nearly half a lap, which was pretty good. Love that track. Always pretty quick there. So, although I think in the feature race we might not have been the quickest. I think Bailey Goodwin might have had a little bit of pace advantage on us at that point. But I don't think he really had a chance to pass or really could have passed in that situation. So, sort of lucked out a little bit on that one at the end of it, just running out of pace at the end. But it's good to get the win and good to get it in Canberra, where it's a lot of fun, high adrenaline track. So pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
I was going to say so. For a number of years, you've been travelling to Canberra, for at least 3 or 4 seasons, and you've been very quick down there. Often, picking up double heat wins and polling the feature and stuff like that. Just as you said before, you've never been able to really. Luck hasn't been on your side, but would you go as far as to say that your run there at Canberra is probably like what makes because you're very fast down there. I mean, I remember people sort of grabbing their chest because you're up on two wheels going in three and four, then you fly back up into one and two and run two wheels of gear. And what's the go with you in Canberra?
I think the grip level's more relatable to sort of my background in bitumen karting, and instead of sort of letting the car slide and sort of waiting for the car to sort of get grip, you've always got grip, so you're always constantly pushing, and it's a massive I'd say it's a massive adrenaline high, which is what makes it so comfortable for me. I do remember a little bit off topic. I do remember a legend car race at Parramatta that was very similar, and I'm pretty sure that would be my standout. Um, Probably the happiest I've felt in a car would have been that race in legend cars, just because you're sort of riding such a big adrenaline high doing it.
Yeah, right. I think you're referring to the night you drove Trevor Hawkins' 11N legend car. Was that be the one?
No. It was a
Oh,
heat race, I think. It's on YouTube. It's not in. It's not. It's not cut down. I think it's in two videos because I don't know how to edit a video. But
yeah, there you go.
yeah, it was a heat race. I think we were leading by probably half a lap, and then I think there was a rollover, and then I think we had a 2 lap dash at the end of it.
Yeah, right.
Um, that was in our car, and I think you probably work out which one it is.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look. I don't know if I've followed your YouTube, but fair enough. I'll have a look. Um, all right. So last season you did a bit of travelling too. You went up to Queensland a fair bit. Did some racing up there. You went down south. You hit up Mildura half a dozen times. Now they had the South Australian title down in Mildura. Tell us about
Um, well, I think we just sort of did everything right. Um, we didn't have an issue all night. I think we just played the numbers game in the heat races. Had plenty of speed. I think we're probably the quickest, probably one of, if not the quickest car all night. Um, but I think we just played the numbers right. We didn't take any unnecessary risks, and that sort of set us up for the feature race. Starting on pole made it pretty easy to sort of get off and get running. And in that feature race, I don't think I could have really put a foot wrong up until the end, where I felt like I probably lacked a little bit of pace. I don't think I was probably driving at the full potential at the end of the race, just not knowing enough after sort of running so many laps with no one really to follow, no one to really pick lines off of or anything like that. Just playing it a bit safe. But I think the first probably 15, I think we went 20, 25 laps green, something like that.
it was close to, yeah, 25
Pretty
to
much,
29. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much could have finished the race in one. You almost had it lights to flag. So, yeah, I think just that early portion, I probably learnt a lot about driving the car as well. Just having that time to sort of try things a little bit through, you know, with all that clear air that I had at the start of the race. But we did have a left rear bleeder sort of let us down a little bit, and I think that sort of costed a bit of pace at the end there.
Yeah, I remember at Park Ferme there, I walked over to and just by chance I put my weight on it, and when I went to the ground, went to the rim, I thought, oh god, what happened here? But anyway, no, that was a good run there. You held on and got your first state title in wingless. So, and it made you a two-time South Australian state title, one in Legend Cars, one in wingless. I think that's a pretty cool feat. So well done to you there.
Still holding both, actually.
Oh, that's right. Because I've never raced again in South Australia. That's right.
Yeah.
You're still the undisputed South Australian state title energy cars. There you go. Um, talk to me about Lismore. So you went up to Lismore for the Australian title. Now you have this knack. Oh wait, I wouldn't call it a knack, but you have this it's this. So I don't know if you want to call it, but you have this silly thing where you go to tracks you've never been to, a big important race meetings, and you just wing it. You just throw caution to the wind, and it's quite funny speaking to other drivers who um, they've told me that they were so serious at like the Archfield Australian title, and then they saw you acting yourself at the Calcutta with your Russian hat on and all the rest, and they thought, man, this guy's not taking it seriously, but we're triple checking everything, and you ran fourth that at the first time of that track. So Lismore, you've never been there before. Tell us what your weekend consisted of.
Lismore is a bit of a, highs and lows, I'd say. I think we killed it in the heats. I think we did a really good job in the heat races. I think we did pretty much everything right, and I really only have myself to blame for the feature races. I was sort of spanner in the car doing the setup stuff, and I think I just got too cautious both nights. So the prelim A set the car way too tight, and you can see the footage on Clay per view. I'm damn near flipping the thing every time I turn into a corner. So I was either flipping or headed nose first to the fence. So I made a big mistake there with setup. Thought the track could go one way. It seems to hold a lot of moisture. It did on that first night, anyways. And then I think keeping that in the back of my mind for the second night, just had the opposite. It was too loose, way too loose. Couldn't get any drive off the corners. Couldn't really do a lot with what a lot of the other cars were doing. I remember watching, I think it was Todd Hobson's video. And you can watch their cars just come straight off the corner, and I'm still right out sideways. So, just sort of struggling in the features. But, the heat races, I thought we did really, really well.
Yep.
I was pretty impressed with our speed.
Yeah, no, because you qualified, was it fifth for the first night? You were fifth on points?
It's fourth or fifth, yeah.
Yeah. And then, as you said, the car being too tight, I think you went back to like 15th from memory.
I think it might have been worse. I think it might have been 17th.
Oh, was it? There you go. Well, either
Yeah.
way, I remember walking back to the motorhome at the end of the night thinking, mate, that's our Australian title one and done. Because the year before that, I was working offshore and I had to watch on Claverview while you were racing, and you did great there. And I thought, I'm a bad omen. But luckily enough, it only put you back to.
I think I started sixth or something.
It didn't put you far, yeah.
I think it put me back a row. I'm pretty sure it put me back a row. So the points were sort of pretty well stacked in our favor. So
yeah. So
there's a lot of good cars that crashed out on that first night. So
yeah,
that really helped us. Unfortunate for them, but it really helped us.
Yeah, that's true. But in the end, you finished. Was it you just outside the top 10? I think it was 11th.
Down the back somewhere. I don't know. I kind of try and forget that race.
Well, I mean, what's funny is I think there was 72 cars from memory at the Australian titles, and everyone who made that A main, even the B main, like you got to think 72 cars. You finished 11th. That's still a fantastic effort. It was pretty cool to see a lot of our friends in the A main with you, who we've met over the years. It was almost like mates racing mates. I guess that's how it sort of turns out. Yeah, okay. So, will you go back to Lismore?
I don't have an issue with going back. I don't. It was a cool night. I think the event itself was pretty awesome.
Yeah, right.
It was pretty spectacular, and I'll say that. I think I just struggled with the track. I don't know. I've seen it be good, and it's not. I'm not blaming the track on our sort of poor performance, but I don't think I gelled very well with the track. But I also didn't do well on the setup, so I'd be interested to go back. Probably wouldn't wing it as much as I did last time. I'd probably pick a sort of a nothing race and try.
Well, they've got those 50 lappers or whatever they are. I think you should go back and do one of them. Chile Nationals.
Yeah, I mean, we'll look at it, see if we can get our tyre wear a bit better.
That's not bad. Your tyres, hang on, wait, pump the brakes. Tyres are not wearing bad anywhere but Eastern Creek. So,
okay,
that's just everything I'm hearing at the moment. Eastern Creek's still the tyre killer. Everyone else is going all right. So,
that's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, so long as make that 50 laps, I don't think I've done a long race in a while. So, I guess the Australian title was 40 laps. So, I think it's 40.
I can't remember. It was forever and ever and a day, and I think you only went. Yeah. All right. So after that, coming off that season, there we had the bit of a talk. I remember the talk at the start of the year, last calendar year, about this WoW series. Talked about it, and they were talking about all the drivers and all the rest. Now, you were actually selected to be one of the WoW drivers, the WoW series contracted drivers.
Yep.
Well done on that. Tell us your thoughts on the series.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing. Very similar, I guess, in sort of in the way of what was it called, the Wingless Super Series that they had at what is it, Toowoomba, Parramatta, and Murray Bridge.
Yep.
Reminds me a lot of that. I think it's a good thing. Put all the best drivers in a group, and try and showcase Wingless at its best. I think it'll be a great promotion for the sport anyway, for the category anyways. It'd be cool to sort of see where we stand at multiple tracks against, the best at it. I'm not sure how it feels being sort of selected as one of those best, I guess, picked as one of those best. But, it's a very new feeling in terms of Wingless for us. I think, just because we've only really had our breakout season last season. But, it's pretty cool. I'm excited for it, anyways.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing if you can sort of run with the people who are involved a little bit with Lismore at the Australian title there they had. So you got the director of everything would be sort of Scott Yallop. You got Wade Aunder involved with his creative thoughts. You've got Jason Bates and Daniel Goldine. You got all these great people involved there to sort of push this thing to be big and huge. And then I think, man, I'm looking at the entries at the moment. For example, for this weekend at Toowoomba, the entries aren't there, but I don't know if that's a WoW series issue or if it's maybe. I don't want to say things, get myself in trouble and shoot myself in the foot. But I don't know if maybe some people are a bit hesitant about going to Toowoomba because of the quad bike rule, for example. There's a lot of different things that come up this season that you don't know what the reason for people not going. So, but I think by the time we finish up there, after the weekend, we come back down to Sydney. I expect to see big car count there. You see past what Ray Stansell's doing, past Powdercoating, what he's doing with his cars, putting sprint car guys in. That's only going to be a benefit for all this because I'm still yet to see a sprint car guy jump in a wingless and like just dominate. Like poor Jackson Delamont couldn't do it.
Yeah, I guess the only person really close to doing it is Troy Little, but it took him a long while to get there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, had a lot of laps. They're not an easy car to drive. I certainly still struggle with a few things with the cars. But yeah, it's great to see someone like Ray putting big names in terms of sprint car drivers, putting them in a car, comparing them. It's and props to Sam Walsh for jumping in. It's a bit of a big event for him to sort of jump in. I don't know if he starts for a field though. That'd be interesting.
I hope. The way I saw it was if you're like you just think other racing categories. Why can't he steer one? So
No, no, exactly
yeah.
right.
So
No, no.
I know we've spoken about it, and it'll be good to see him there. Hopefully, he's in the mix. And then when you guys go down south, hopefully you get big numbers down there, so it puts on an event. And then we move on to Mildura, which Mildura is going to be holding the Australian title later this year. So you've won you've done how many races? You reckon you've done in the wingless of Mildura?
5
5.
probably.
Okay.
So we did one in 2017,
Yep.
the Easter Trail.
Yep.
That was one night. Then we didn't come back till Easter, not last year, the year before, not this year, the year before, right?
Yes.
Or was it this year?
No. 2 years back. Yep.
Yeah, there you go, Easter, and then we did one race before the South Australian title, which we pretty well sucked at, in all fairness, and then 4 races.
4 races.
At
Okay.
Mildura. Not enough, I don't think, but obviously Mildura went through some reworks there. I don't think
But
there was a lot of racing on for wingless there.
it's like every time you went there, bud, it was a different track. Because I remember that night I was up against the fence. That thing was awesome.
Yeah, that Easter night was pretty cool. And
Yeah.
we went and watched the night before the sprint cars, and it was polar opposite. It was almost a motocross track.
Yes. Yes.
And I remember, I think it was it Chris Sullivan? He was leading by
Paul
a
Solomon, wasn't
mile.
it? Yeah. Well, yeah.
One of the
Solomon. Yeah.
Sullivans. I think it was Chris.
Then they had
He
to
was
cut
leading by
back
a
the
mile,
laps. Yeah.
and no, that was the second night. I'm talking about the first night.
Oh,
Leading
sorry.
by a mile, and he got caught up with a lap car and ended his night, which was a shame.
Oh,
to lose,
really?
but yeah, and then polar contrast. I don't think they did more than 25 laps in the feature the next night because of how slick it was. Which, I mean, interesting. It's very interesting. I think for an Australian title, you're gonna have two massively different nights.
Yeah.
And I think the people that win it will be the people that are best at understanding their car and can spanner a car the best. I think that's what's going to win that race.
Yeah. Right. Okay. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, for sure. Mildura is one of, if not, it's a toss up between Canberra and Mildura. Really, what my favorite track in the country are.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be cool. It's an awesome place, and with the WoW series the week after, so I don't know if we'll come back to Sydney for that because Mildura is a pretty awesome place to be.
Yeah.
Pretty much any time of the year, so I'm excited for it. Definitely.
There you go. No. Hopefully the Mildura community or population will grow in that week with everyone staying there. Now, just got to throw something there. So it's we're sitting on Thursday night, almost 11 o'clock, and you are sitting in your bedroom, not on the road to Toowoomba. What's the go there, mate?
Big few weeks. We had some pretty rough issues at the start of the season. A practice night, destroying a car, um, hurting the engine in that crash, but we didn't know about that yet. We didn't know that about that at the time. Um, we rebuilt another car, our original car, and just couldn't get the thing to work. So we've gotten rid of that. We're running another Triple X now, which don't know anything about it. So it's a bit worrying, but I feel a bit more confident about this going into WoW series. So we're still building that. We only just started the engine 3 hours ago, so still plenty of work to do. We won't leave till probably Friday afternoon, so tomorrow afternoon. So
Right. So not only did you destroy a car in practice, you hurt the motor, but obviously didn't know the motor was hurt. You went to Dubbo, raced up there after one heat, hurt the motor, lost oil pressure. You thought everything was sorted with the oil pressure problem. You went to Canberra after one heat again, come in, drop the oil out of the sump. So it's been an ongoing issue with the motors and cars, but it was good the wingless community saw a car for sale and sort of brought it to our attention. Yeah, so probably need to thank a lot of those guys for doing that.
yeah, yeah. I think within 5 minutes of that ad going up, I had close to 10 notifications about it, and someone even shared it to my page. So, and I actually got a call yesterday from Matt Thomas saying, "Did I buy that car?" So that was pretty cool. Yeah, massive props to all those guys, and got a sweet deal on that car too. So pretty happy with that. Yeah, thanks to everyone for sharing it to me, and yeah, really appreciate it.
No, I think I sort of wanted to do the episode with you. I've been planning to do it for quite some time, but with all the dramas we'd been having, I just couldn't really get my head around it. So I thought I'd just wait a bit and see how we fare out at the moment. But we're heading almost to the eve of Toowoomba, and I'm watching everyone else with their cool Snapchats and everything like that, saying they're at Toowoomba or almost at Toowoomba halfway. And I'm thinking, yeah, we haven't even started the journey. We're going to miss out on the tailgate party, which sounds like it would have been a cool promotional thing. If you know anything to do with Wade-Orangey, you know that's going to be a cracker event. But fingers crossed, the car's going to be running good. You've done some good results up at Toowoomba in the past.
Yeah, well, we've only been to Toowoomba in the wingless once, which we
Twice.
got no once.
Twice.
Oh, sorry, yeah, King of the Ring and sorry, yeah, my bad, King of the Ring and the Queensland title. But we also went up in the Legend car for the Pink Night there,
Yeah.
which was, I believe, also a Queensland title. We got second.
Yeah.
Um, and then I don't remember where we finished at King of the Ring. I don't think it was that great. I
I
think it
thought it
was
was
just
seventh.
yeah, it was just out of the top five,
Yeah.
and then we got fifth
Fifth.
for the Queensland title.
Yep.
Pretty good. The sash is right there
Nice.
for that. Didn't get a trophy, but got that which was pretty cool.
You didn't get a
I thought.
trophy?
No,
Oh, I suppose
I didn't
fifth.
get a trophy for fifth,
Yeah,
so
right. Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
probably wouldn't deserve a trophy
No.
for fifth.
No.
Anyways,
No one cares about fifth.
that's Cadet 9 stuff, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I think I've got a few.
No.
I can see a fourth place there.
Let's leave those trophies where they are. I've seen those trophy collection, big one. All right, so fingers crossed, everything goes well for your run up to Toowoomba for the WoW series. Now, before I go, favorite track? What do you got? You've already sort of said them, but
That's sort of a toss up between Mildura and Canberra. I think I have more fun driving at Canberra, but I think the atmosphere is more enjoyable at Mildura. So
okay.
a bit of a toss up, and I think the win was a bit sweeter at Mildura.
Yep.
So we'll
Yep.
go with Mildura.
All right. What's your favorite racing memory?
It's hard. That's hard. There's a lot of pretty cool things that we've done. But I think one that stands out. Oh, there's too many. I remember winning that 24-hour race at Eastern Creek with everyone from Card Attack. That was pretty special, I thought.
Yep.
Thought that was pretty special. I do remember a race in juniors. Um, I can't remember what happened. I guess me and a good friend Jack Lemon, I think we took each other out in a pre-final or something. But we started second last and last. I think I was better off. I started second last, and it started raining. And I remember going into turn one. I think we split each side. One went inside, one went outside, and starting second last and last. And I think we're first and second by turn three.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That was pretty awesome. Some of those memories are pretty cool. I
What
remember
about some Speedway memories, mate? Give me some Speedway.
Speedway.
This is Wild and Wingless
You know
after all,
what?
mate.
Yeah, I guess wingless. I don't know. I've probably had more pain than enjoyment for most of the part. I've got a memory of a pretty terrible birthday present at Canberra when a battery let go.
Ooh,
But
yeah. That's right. You won both heats that night too, didn't you?
won both
On
on both
pole,
heats.
fastest
We
laps.
went
Yep.
to go push out to leave our pit area to go on the dummy grid, and the car would start.
Yep.
And then we got got let out late, took our spot, and I think we took the lead. We're gone, and
The alternator
we
wasn't
had
charging or something, was it?
yeah, no, I think the battery was. Oh yeah, the alternator wasn't charging. Yeah, that was it, and the battery was basically dead.
Yep.
And then I think there was a rollover or something. I was nervous as hell during that. But I didn't think the car would start again. The car got started, and in 2 laps, I think we built up 7/10ths of a gap, and then I heard this big pop coming down the back straight. It was over. It was heartbreaking. But I'd say in terms of probably driving the wingless, that was probably the best night. That night at Canberra where we didn't finish, but I think I was probably at my best that night.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. I mean, I even learned something new about you, even though we sit next to each other heading home, don't talk. But that's cool. Now, as you know, motor racing is a hard game. You don't normally have sponsors, but there are people who do help you, and more people are coming on board helping you lately. So you want to give a shout out for those people who've helped you and are going to help you get up and down the highway for this WOW series.
Yeah, for sure. We've got Dave Nikiforov from Foroff Automotive and Electrical. Mark Lighton from Dynaflow Exhausts. Chrismic's been with us for a long time. He's done a lot of filming for us and done a lot of our really cool promotional stuff, I'd say. We've got I think I forget half of them, but let's say I'm at a loss.
Yeah, he's at a loss. So we'll go Methanol Moonshine. Massive shout out to Wade Andre, always helps him out. Also, Ian McCorkle for everything he does for us with our engine program. And you need any more, or that's it for you?
I guess we could throw in Isaac. He helped us a lot at the start.
Yeah.
We can really, I really appreciate that. DirtX Industries.
There we
go. Bill's been great to us. He's really helped us with our shock program. I think he's really gotten us a long way down the track, learning a lot quicker than what we probably could have at the start. Excited. I think we'll be running DirtX shocks on the front of our car this weekend, so I'm excited to try them. Excited to see how they feel. Pretty keen on that. And I think that's it.
Yeah, nice. All right. Well, again, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Hopefully everything goes well with the load up tomorrow and safe trips up to Toowoomba. For everyone else, thanks very much for tuning in. And then I'll do some quick little interviews with some drivers over the course of the night at WOW. Round 1 at Toowoomba this weekend, November 16th. So stay tuned for that. Until then, take care, and I'll see you soon.